Hello everyone, I am back to decorate this roly-poly pocket journal. I've got some stuff laid out here that I want to work with. I may or may not use it. I try to have a plan, doesn't always come out that way. Just to recap, I will link the playlist below if you want to see this from the beginning. I am using Artymaze Patchwork Botanicals. I printed out the background pages on 8 by 10 size, and then I printed out the ephemera on 5 by 7 size, just to shrink it down a little bit so it would fit in here. And look, this came out perfect this way. Excuse me. So I have cut out a few things. I thought I'd go ahead and do a belly band here on this first page. So let me get some ink here, and I hope I don't forget. Well, I didn't. What I wanted where, but I guess it doesn't matter in the end. This came out perfect. I cut this out as is, and look at that. It's almost 5 inches. It's maybe 1/8 of an inch shy, so that's perfect. So I'm just going to ink that up around the edges there. It's Saturday morning. We got a little bit of precipitation overnight, I believe. It's kind of a little muggy, but it was warm last night. We woke up about, oh gosh, about 1:30 and had to turn the ceiling fan on. I mean, we keep our heater at 66. So, you know, I was like, well, check the heater. Maybe the kids bumped it up or something. But no, it said it was 69 degrees in the house. So we turned the ceiling fan on. That might seem crazy for a lot of folks, but since I married my husband, I'm from Phoenix area, Tempe Mesa Chandler. He's from Washington State. We met here in Fresno at Bible College, and we decided to stay here. But he's used to colder weather, so we keep the house kind of cold. I figure I can always add a blanket if I get too cold. Every once in a while I'm like, come on, we gotta have the heater on. But yeah, so after we turned the ceiling fan, I slept much better. But it was over 70 yesterday. I didn't watch the news, so I don't know exactly, but at 6:30 news it was still 69 degrees outside. So I'm gonna take and I've just used my little, I don't remember what this thing is called, but it's just a tiny bow maker, and I've used some seam binding, and I'm just gonna glue a bow here. Don't need a bunch of decorations, but I did also pull oh my goodness, pull out some of my champagne pearls, and I got these on Amazon. These are 1/8 inch flat back pearls, so I think I'm just going to put a couple of those across the top. We'll see if I can get a small enough stream of glue to do that. Yeah, that'll work. I usually will put one on each side and then center the middle one, because if I try to just line them up 1, 2, 3, it doesn't always center. And you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. I keep telling myself that. I'm not trying to convince you, I'm trying to convince me. Okay, and I've got, where's my, yeah, got a little bit of glue there I don't need. After these glue down, I can rub that off with, I guess that eraser is supposed to take off that rubbery glue. I hope that's straight. You guys can probably see better than I can. So, you know, that wasn't too difficult. Now I want to put an envelope under here. This one, this is a piece of ephemera that came with the kit. I have printed this out on cardstock. So let's ink this up around the edges to cover up my not so great cutting. Actually, let me fold these tabs in also. Probably should have scored those, but oh well. Alright, that way I can go ahead and ink all the edges that are going to show anyway, because I am going to glue this. Okay, that looks pretty good. This is off just a tad, so I'm going to have to wiggle that over, but I think that'll work. So let's glue that shut. Don't need an awful lot of glue here. Just enough to make it stick. Oh, and I want to fold this back and ink that. Stay. I usually do the envelopes in my 28-pound paper, but I printed everything out on cardstock for the ephemera, so I forgot about the envelopes being on there. That's okay, it'll work. Okay, and then I have this piece, one of the journal cards. And I am not going to add any embellishment to this journal card. I suppose I could sew around it. That would be some kind of embellishment. I am going to ink both sides. But I'm not going to do that right now. So that will just go in here. And we will tuck that under this belly band. Let's see. You know what, I think I'm going to wait until that glue dries to tuck that under, but that's where we'll go with that. Okay, now onto this pocket. These have these little side pieces. I want to make sure that tag, it should fit because they were made to fit before. Yeah, it looks like 1/16 of an inch on either side. So I think I'm going to use my scoreboard for this, just to make sure that it folds straight since it's such a small margin. I did go ahead and draw the lines so that I could see. It does make it a lot easier. I always wondered why people had lines drawn on there, and then when I would try to score things like this, I was like, you can't line it up top and bottom. So that's made perfect sense after I experienced it. Okay, so let's, and I am not going to fold up the bottom. I'll just put a little dot of glue down there, but these are already grungy, so I don't need to do a lot to this, but I do want to do around the opening there, and I will grunge up this tag. And I think for this tag, I'm just going to put a piece of seam binding on the top. So, like so. Yeah, so let me put a dot of glue. Now I've glued it to my table. That was really smart. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, so I'm just, what did I do? My scissors did not cut it. I must have some sticky goo or something on there. So I am going to fold that over the top like so. And then there we go. Don't need that little piece. I can't save everything. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm so sorry about that. The blossoms are out, my allergies are acting up, and I just had a sneeze attack. Okay, let's hope I'm good for a while. I just put a little bit of glue here and just a little bit across the bottom. And put that right in the middle. I think I might want to just run, is that straight? Yeah, pretty straight. I think I want to run a little piece of lace across the bottom of this. I can use my little snippets out of my snippet jar. So just yeah, that'd be good. So let's get some glue on there. Let's see, how big a piece do I need? Can use that on 2 pockets. Okay, right there. And then this tag will go right inside there. I'm not going to push it all the way down because I don't want it to glue to the bottom, but that will work. Now, there we go. Do I want to put a couple of pearls on the bottom? Sure, of course I do. That's how I roll. So let's just do 2 this time. And maybe I don't know how that would work. I'm gonna have to do it like this. I thought I could, now it's stuck to me. I thought I could pick it up and get off and put the glue on it. I don't know what I was thinking. I lost my mind for a second there. Okay. These will stick to my fingers even when I don't have glue on my fingers, so yeah. There we go. Okay, so I think I'll probably do this pocket the same way. Actually, you know what? Let's do the belly band because you don't need to see me do the pocket. You've already seen me do the pocket, so let's do the belly band. I want to clip out these little corners here, and this stuff will go flying everywhere. It's a cranky old hole punch. Can you hear it? I've had this one forever. Okay. So let's get some ink. And actually, I should best measure that. Okay, so I need to cut off almost about 3/16 on each side. So let me try. We'll try to eyeball it. Okay guys, I am so sorry. My battery appears to have died. So I plugged it in, and I believe I was in the middle of this belly band here. All I did was cut it out, ink it, scrunch up a little bit of ribbon, added a pearl to each side. I put these little tickets here in the front, and then on the inside I have a little mini coin envelope with a journal card inside. And then I went ahead and did this pocket, also with the lace and the pearls on the bottom. Okay, and now we're on this side. Oh, I did go ahead and do this pocket. You guys saw me do the one pocket, so I figured, you know, we might as well. So here's what we have left. I'm not going to put anything on the back side, and the reason I don't is because I don't want it to get snagged on stuff. So I usually leave the back plain, and these papers are gorgeous. They don't really need a lot of embellishment. So, okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is this page. Now, this page will be, we've got the pocket page here. It will be here, okay? So I'm just opening this out because it's easier. So I want to go ahead and ink this. I'm going to use one of the larger tags. There again, I printed this out on the 5x7, 2 to a page. So this, excuse me, large tag is actually half the size of the original one. And I love those large tags that are on there. They are so fun. But anyway, I want to use this for a little tuck spot. Okay, so I didn't want to put anything very thick, you know, on the book, because I don't know exactly how it's all going to come together in the end. But I think I want to just put this here on the corner, doing the two sides. Sorry, I gotta get this glue open. Hard to do with one hand. Make sure that I'm gluing on the right side here. And yeah, so I'm just gonna adhere that there, and that will make a nice little tuck spot. I have another one of these little excuse me, I don't know what's stuck in my throat. Little mini bows here. I'm just gonna attach down. And then I think what I'll probably do is trim these little tails so they're not hanging over. There we go. Yeah. And sometimes I'll just tack down the end of this with a little bit. Usually that's enough to tack it down with, is a little bit of this glue. And it doesn't show through, so that's always good. There we go. And it's blue now, but it will excuse me, dry clear. I guess that's still those allergies getting to me. You know, I never had allergies that I recall as a kid. I used to get tonsillitis every year when I was little, but it's just in the recent few years that I started having problems. Of course, I live in the agricultural capital of the world, Central California, so it's not surprising that I have allergies. Okay, so I think that's cute. All right, so what's next? The cover. All right, so let's move on to the cover. I may or may not revisit that page with the ticket and put a couple of pearls on it because I have pearls on every other page. But let's do the cover first. Okay, so, excuse me, I've got this piece of ribbon here. Let me just straighten that up a little bit. And I am going to kind of fray the ends a little bit there. I'm going to try this. We'll see if this works. I'm not sure if it will. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, that's a little bit more than I had anticipated. All right, let's get that piece off. I didn't know it would do that. Okay. So the weave goes up and down. Yeah. Well, let's get a word here and then we'll worry about it. All right, so I want to use priceless. So I want to ink this just to give it a little definition. And you can see it just gives you that tiny, tiny dark space around the edge that kind of sets it off. I mean, I could put it on there like that, but I want to glue it to a piece of this ribbon. And then I guess I'll trim the ribbon after because it didn't do what I thought it was going to do. So let's put that down and start over. All right. So that, excuse me, that glue goes right through. I was going to kind of unravel it, you know what I mean? But yeah, maybe I can do it like that. Although my concern is that it will continue without me. Okay, and there'll be glue on there, so I guess the glue will stop it. Yeah, that's a little bit. Okay, so let's get glue on the back. Get that there. Excuse me. Now where am I going to put the pearls? I know I want to have some pearls on there. So my elastic is going to go through the middle, so I don't want pearls there. Do I want the pearls under? I think I want the pearls over here on the side. So let's just do that. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oops. 2. 3. Get them in a line. Yeah, I think that'll work. And you know what? I do want to come over here and put a couple on here. I'm just going to do, let's see, get it where you can see. I'm going to do here and here. I have a stack over here. Some are up, some are down. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so for my attachment for my closure, I have this elastic band, and I think I'm going to tie a ribbon around it. I'm not real concerned about covering up the metal piece. You could if you want. I have a piece of ribbon that's too long. I am going to go around twice. You know how you go under and over, or over and under? I'm going to go over again. So I have kind of a extra twist there, and that will keep it from coming undone, so I won't lose my ribbon. Let's see if I can get that in there. And then tighten it. Like I said, I'm not totally concerned about hiding that. But if you are, I don't want to fold this up. What can I put this around to tie? Let's do the ink pad. So then I can tie the bow. And actually, I have a little butterfly with a ball pin here that, you know what, I'll just attach it after. I was going to do it in the bow, but it might be easier not to do it in the bow. Let's get that. Where is that piece going? There. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I always have my bows, they're all tied upside down. I don't know why that is. It's just the way I learned to tie a bow. And they come out upside down every time. That one's not good at all. Let's try that again. So, loop and wrap around and through. And see, you get this wonky bow sometimes with no good knot in the middle. So I want to pull those out a little bit because I don't need a huge bow. There we go. That's a little better. Trim this piece off. Trim this piece off. And then I can tie this see, it almost looks better on the other side. Then I can decide which way I want it to go. And I may end up tying this bow again, but you get the idea. I'm going to take this little ball pin here and stick it right through there. Maybe. There we go. So it's a bit fiddly. Oh my goodness. Get down there. Alright. There we go. So then we'll have the bow and the ribbon. Alright, let's see how this has attached here. These are still, I'm afraid that if I fold this up I'm going to lose those pearls, but let's see. We'll just go gently. Okay. Easier said than done, because I'm trying not to rub any of the pearls off, but this can go around like so. And I am going to have to tie that bow again because that did not work at all like I thought it was going to. I've done this before and it came out fine, but I think I want to put I'm just going to put the metal in the back. And then this bow can be on the side or wherever you'd like it to be. And then the little charm will be hanging there. I might have to put that charm on different. Let's see. It's not doing what I want it to do, so maybe I should just hang it here and let it be a free agent, like so, because the bow moves and the butterfly moves. So how about that? Okay, I think that's good, guys. I'm going to add a few more things, and I'm going to let this dry first before I try messing with it anymore. I don't want to lose any of the pearls, but yeah, I'm going to add a couple more things, and then I'll come back with a flip through. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.